Work Karen. Baby, you better work. Work Karen.
Karen, please help. Oh, Karen, help.
Better work, bitch. Work Karen. Better work, bitch. Work Karen. Karen, bitch. Better. Welcome to the very first episode of Work, Karen. Hot on the heels of her smash it, LGBTQ. Miss Peria will be joining us in the studio, to flog her new child single. But first, I'm going to let you have it. Now something that's been boiling my piece for a long time. How is it that every time I step foot in Tesco's, everything's a different price than what it was 24 hours prior? The price in Tesco's are more up and down, than my knickers, after a dodgy kebab. I am absolutely baffled, at how this happened seemingly overnight. Who is going around repricing everything in the dead of night? May I ask? Whose job is that? Because the staff certainly do not have this energy and enthusiasm during the day. When I'm having to play hide and seek, with the lady that guards the carrier bags because she's decided to go walkabouts, I'm left standing at the self-service till like at it in a trance. Then I scan my shopping only to find out that everything is £2 more than it was yesterday. Honestly, when I swipe that club card I don't know whether or not I'll be needing to take out a second mortgage. It's extortion, and I won't have it. Valentine's Day looms. Not arsed. Who's arsed? Not arsed. What good is a box of Ferrero Rocher, and a bunch of roses to me? I fill up my petrol tank and pay my phone bill if you'll have me that bleeding much. I've never really bothered with Valentine's Day. I prefer to go big on birthdays and Christmas. Speaking of, I am celebrating my third Roblox birthday. Yes, I know what you're thinking. I don't look a day over 7 months. And I don't feel a day over 2 weeks. Probably due to the fact I'm wearing a nappy and can't keep down solids. This year's been an eventful one. I came out with my songfish with my good friends Jesse and Diamond. A Christmas song with an acquaintance of mine, Miss Peria. Miss Peria is also our Karen's executive producer and first ever guest. She will be joining us after this short break. Work Karen. My guest today is an undisputed cardigan connoisseur, the flat brown wig stress herself. Please welcome Miss Peria.
Hiya, Karen, thank you so much for having me.
Lovely to have you on, Miss Peria.
As the first guest of this amazing podcast.
We're at Work, Karen, like to call it, a bi-monthly short-form audio podcast with a visual element. Well yes, last year, your song LGBTQ blew up on Instagram Reel. How does it feel to now be amongst Reel's royalty? Alongside any old crackhead with a camera phone?
I won't lie, it feels great, Karen, to be reminded how far real talent can get you.
Clock that tea.
I was happy to be making music and all for like 10 people max, but when the real success came it was like a cherry on top, to know that people like it and people were tuning in. And then this lets me put the time in to make like music videos and put together concerts and all this, so it's really fun.
Well, you've always had a dedicated fan base, darling. Not everyone can say the same, can they? So you're coming out with a new single, Side to Side. Your fan and I are desperate to know. When do you plan on abruptly quitting and fucking it all up again?
In fact, you've asked me at a good time. I have a big announcement to do on today's show. I am quitting forever, effective immediately. All my music's already been taken down. No, I'm only having you on. I'm afraid you're stuck with me for a bit longer, as I plan on releasing this single and then an album and then many more little thingies after that.
Ooh. Old donkeys, with 4 monthlies, just jumped for joy, and then fell to their knees again.
Well, I'm sure they won't mind the blueprint of their careers being around to copy off.
Now I have been given an exclusive preview of Side to Side, and the reviews are in, darling, definitely. I thought it was fun, I liked the beat. So yeah. Side to Side, none of that back penetration. I suck on all my dildos because I've got dedication. Now lyricism like that could bring a tear to a glass eye, it really could. You have such a way with words, what inspired you during the songwriting process?
So I really do like to write from my real life experiences. I'm not clever enough to be making all this stuff up. So yes. One of my hobbies used to be sucking, throating, gagging on, and really just servicing all of my dildos. I say used to be because well, these dildos are no longer with us. Sadly. Maybe one day I will be strong enough to tell my story. Their story.
Really powerful stuff. Some say, you're the meilleur Angelou of our generation. Others say, you're just a slag. What's your response?
It takes no skill at all to diminish the work and effort of others. What takes the skill is making the art that you leisurely critique like it's your day job when, need I remind you, it's not, and you also don't have a day job. So boom. Also one of us is sat at home on their ass doing fuck all, and one of us is the premier guest on Karen Matthews' new bi-monthly short-form audio podcast with a visual element. So to my critics, you can swivel on it.
That part. Side to Side is now available for pre-save, using the link in the description.
Oh!
And now that brings us to our next segment. Miss Peria, I'm sitting on something that, when I get excited, pops up.
Oh?
Don't be so bloody filthy. It's my topical thermometer Slee. Yes, in this segment we discuss what's hot and what's not in the news this week. What's hot this week? Acid attacks. Yes, landowners are on high alert. A serial acid attacker remains at large. The streets of London haven't seen terror quite like this since Taylor Swift performed at Wembley.
What's also hot this week? Taylor Swift takes home 2, 3, 4 Grammys at last week's ceremony. Let's just say she deserved as many awards as the amount of times she flew commercial in the last year. And that cheap announcing album at awards show gag has been overused and overdone. The way no one gave a fuck.
Well, there's no accounting for taste, there is there. And now let's take a question from our viewers in a segment I like to call Can't Be Asked. Hi Karen, you seem to be a woman of impeccable taste. I would love to hear your ranking of the Sysma UK supermarkets. As the M&S, Sainsbury's, Lidl, Tesco and Morrison. Where does the KM like to go for her nibble? Love, M&S. I've never understood why it has a reputation of being pricey. They offer a premium experience and premium goods. It's worth every penny.
I'd maybe be in the clothes section a bit more.
The M&S clothes section. A likely place for Miss Peria to be.
Well, I never claimed to be Donatella Versace. I like my basics, I do.
We can tell. Tesco. I've already shared my thoughts on, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Bag standard.
Karen, can I ask you something?
Go ahead, Dorlin, I'm an open book.
Which supermarkets are you a member of? Nectar Card? Dare I say Club Card?
I'm the proud owner of a Nectar card, and I begrudgingly use a Club card. What about yourself?
I am also a proud owner of a Nectar card. I love how easy it is to scan the little phone barcode. With a Club card they force upon you the grueling task of getting the phone barcode to scan on their self-checkouts. And half the time it never even bloody works.
They're robbing scamming bastards.
But did you know you can order a physical card for free? Don't know why they don't just do that in the first place.
Yeah, I remember you told me about this, cause I was having trouble with the app.
I've never even used Club Card points. All I do is shield myself from their 300% price markups if you don't have one. It's shameful.
I've been racking up points for years, and it only equates to about £3.57. Karen, better work, bitch, work, Karen, better. Mysperia is giving us citrus Bohemian realness. She's adorned with bracelets and bangles galore. Mama yes God. Thank you once again for joining us, Mysperia. Side to Side will be available to stream everywhere, February 16th. And thank you for watching the first episode of Work Karen. Next week we will be joined by the Diamond Diva and Jessie MC Jessie to talk about their new single. If you'd like to have your question answered on the next installment of Can't Be Asked, you can do so by leaving a comment below, or you can find me on Instagram at @mskarinmatu. Until then, smash it, smash the world, and peace.